Hey Gen X, hang out with me while I do this quick, simple beat that takes less than 10 minutes. I started out with my favorite moisturizer, the Laneige Water Bank, and then I went in with the Malaxin Cream Stick for my under eye. It helps to smooth out my dark circles and fine lines and makes for an easier application for my concealer. Then I went in with my favorite sunscreen. This is by Trader Joe's. It's their mineral sunscreen. And what I love about it is that it doesn't have that beachy pool smell that most of the sunscreens have. Y'all, I hate that smell. So the fact that it's odorless is a win-win. Plus it goes on so soft and so silky. I love it. So give it a try. Next, I'm going in with some primer. This is my Topicals primer. It actually applies like the Benefit Poreless, but it has skincare. And yeah, I like it. So now we're going to do some color correcting. This is the Juvia's Place Concealer in the shade number 12. I like to go under my eyes, get my, my bags and my fine lines, go over my hyperpigmentation on my cheeks, and I just blend that out. And I usually take whatever is left to go over my eyelid. And you just want to make sure it's blended. Now I'm going in with my foundation. This is the Dior foundation, and I have golden undertones. So if you are my skin twin, this is in the shade 5W. This is a very pretty foundation, y'all, and the coverage is so good. I promise you, you will love it. So yep, I just take that everywhere. I'm going to get on my forehead, but when I do my forehead, I do not blend it into my hairline, because then it just makes it look like your forehead is extra big, and I already got a little situation with the kind of a big forehead. So I like to take a powder puff and just blend it into my hairline. So now we're just going to do some highlighting. This is still a Juvia's Place concealer, but this is a shade lighter. This is in the shade 13. And while we let that dry down a little bit, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl brow pencil just to fill in my eyebrows some. They are microbladed, but when I'm doing my makeup, I like to give them some depth and just add a little bit more pigment. So yeah, we're just going to blend out that highlight everywhere that we applied. And you really want to make sure that this is blended well. Okay, you don't want your under eye to crease, so just make sure it's blended. And then I take what's left over and I put a little on my forehead and on my chin, and just make sure it's really blended out. And then y'all, this was the OG. Y'all remember the Airspun? Oh, I absolutely love this powder. It goes on so good, and it melts into my skin to the point that I don't even have to brush it away. It just melts into it, and it's so pretty. I don't know why I stopped using it, but I'm glad that I still had it. Yeah, we're definitely going to go back to this. So pretty. So let's talk about this bronzer, y'all. This is the Fenty bronzer in the shade Cocoa Naughty. It was gone for a while. I mean, for like a few months, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Ulta, Sephora, online, nowhere to be found. And then a couple of weeks ago, I was in Sephora, and there it was, all by itself, the only bronzer on the shelf, and it was in Cocoa Naughty, my fave. And it's like God he left it there for me, and you can't tell me otherwise. So I take what's left over on my brush just to go around my nose a little bit, but you want to bronze up your perimeter, give yourself some warmth. And then anywhere where I have not applied powder, I'm just going to bring it all together with my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 330, just to make sure there are no harsh lines anywhere, and just make everything cohesive. The key to makeup is blend, okay? And then we're going to go in with some eyeshadow. This is my Milani palette. I'm taking the darker shade and going into the crease. Again, you want to make sure that is well blended, no harsh lines, but really get into the crease, into the depth of it. And if you want, you can concentrate on the corner of the eye if you want to make it a little bit more dramatic. But these colors are really pretty. I love this palette. I'm going to go in with that middle shade for my lid. It's a really pretty color. It's kind of corally, like a deep coral, and I just absolutely love that shade. So we're going to go in with that. Make sure you blend, okay? And then there's another shade, the corner shade. It's shimmery, So I'm just going to put that on my finger, and I'm going to apply that to the middle of my lids. Super pretty. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but y'all, yeah, you got to try this palette. It's very pretty. So then we're just going to go in with my L'Oreal pencil in black. Y'all, is so creamy. It goes on so smooth. And I feel like L'Oreal has the best pencils. I also like to put my mold back. So we're just going to add a little pencil to that because it gets muted out when I'm doing my makeup. The blush that I'm using is by e.l.f. And this color is like a coral and it has some shimmer in it. It's very, very pretty. I love this palette. It's pretty much the one that I gravitate to the most. Now, Haus Labs, y'all did not have to go in like y'all did with this highlighter. It is so pretty. Yeah, Lady Gaga, you did your big one with that one. So next up is mascara. Y'all, this is the best mascara that I have ever tried, and I've tried a lot. I've tried different brands, high end, low end, and this Essence Princess Lash, so pretty. This is the one with the turquoise on it. They have different ones, but yeah, try it out. You won't be disappointed. And y'all, we got to set because it is 100 degrees outside. First, I used my Revolution Super Hold Misting Spray, and then I went in with the One Size On Till Dawn. Yeah, this makeup ain't going anywhere. Now, these lippies, these lip pencils by Revlon, whoo, y'all, so creamy. So creamy, goes on so good. And I feel like I got about 4 different shades because I just couldn't walk out of the drugstore without them. They are so good. And then, you know, you can even use it as a lipstick if you want. Look, it looks like my lips are just done. And now I'm going to top it with the Kylie Lippy. This is like one of her nude shades. So yeah, that's it. So pretty. Ow. Thanks for hanging out.